Welcome back in, everybody. It's From The Bleachers here on the Fan Sports Network. Mark, it's okay. You can leave that. It's okay that that's in the background.
Panther in studio. Go ahead and do the intros, though,
Yeah.
Kaden.
Kaden Formaster, Mark Musgrave.
The voice, you know.
There we go. The good intros out of the way. But the best intro coming up in studio with us, we have Brock. He's part of Pine View Panther Nation. Brock Harris is with us as well. Welcome into the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, Brock, I looked at your bio on Max Preps, and I think these numbers are legit, too. 6'5".
Yep.
200 pounds.
210.
He's getting bigger.
I got bigger. Put on some
He's
weight.
getting bigger.
It's not a bad thing.
And you're a freshman right now.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Dude,
Yeah.
It's legit.
It's funny, too, when I pulled up the Max Preps, and I just told you and your dad what I do as well as a side gig. I'm the PA announcer for Desert Hills.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is I pull up Max Preps, and it says Brock Harris's highlights versus Desert Hills High School.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I remember that. I remember that kid.
Yeah.
Anyways, you're a fabulous player. I can
Thank you.
understand why you're getting some attention.
Thank you.
Tell us, before we get into the offers and stuff, and I'll let
we'll
Kaden
talk about
kind of
that in a
address
bit.
that in a minute. But tell us so far in your young high school career, the moment that stands out to you. Maybe it was a touchdown. Maybe it was just a first down catch. Maybe it was a pancake block. What's the play or the game maybe even too that stands out?
It was our first game against trying to think their names. Yeah, Salem Hills.
Okay.
And it was like the third play of the game. We're on offense. I get a deep post, and it's a touchdown. And so, 80-yard touchdown, and
Wow.
it gets posted everywhere. And that's what gave me confidence to keep that pushed me to the edge.
That's awesome.
So how did you end up getting into football in the first place? I mean, obviously you're still very young, right?
Yeah.
But when did you kind of get into the sport and really realize, like, hey, I'm pretty good at this?
Probably when he was in third grade.
When he was 6
and he
years
was
old.
and he was probably 2 feet taller than everybody else. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, actually, in second grade, I played up with my brother in third and fourth grade team, and then my dad coached me all the way through till like sixth grade. And so and then we moved down here about a year and a half ago, and
Where'd you guys move from?
Portland, Oregon.
Oh, Portland. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. How do you like St. George so far?
Oh, I'm loving it. A lot better than Oregon.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Was it because of the COVID shutdown and stuff like that? Is that kind of what led you guys down this way?
COVID, weather, a lot of factors, family too.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that'll definitely. I mean, that'll do it. But so let's talk about kind of this off season. I mean, you've been to a couple camps and stuff like that. What's it been like to be a part of this process of being in these places where people are trying to recruit you and colleges are there? What has that been like for you?
I got a lot of good coaches telling me what to do. Like, just gotta stay humble, keep working, keep doing what I'm doing, just stay in the gym, keep eating right, keep going throwing with the guys and stuff like that. So, yeah.
We called a couple of Pine View games this year, and I don't think that I realized. I mean, I remember calling your name in with catches, receptions and stuff like that, but I don't remember the fact that you're a freshman. I think I just figured he was a junior or a senior. I don't think that I really digested the fact that you're a freshman.
Yeah, it was.
So here's some of the numbers that Mr. Brock Harris put up. Now, this is off of Max Preps. I hope they're correct. So this year, as a freshman, you had 604 receiving yards, 18.9 yards per reception, 32 receptions, averaged over 75 yards per game, had 5 touchdowns. So as a freshman, that's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Yeah.
So who has been reaching out to you? What college have you been talking to?
So we've been getting some messages and Twitters and all that stuff from like Clemson, Penn State, and you can help me out. Notre Dame. Notre Dame. I'm invited to their camp too.
And a bunch of schools I've never heard. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right.
No, those are some big names.
Yeah, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
so
from the dad, or his first offer was Miami.
Yeah.
So
all right, that's a big one.
As a freshman, can they give you offers? Or is it just but it's just verbal, right? Verbal offers. And so Miami was the first one to throw you an offer.
Yep. Yeah. I was at practice with my 7-on-7 team down in Portland because they're based out of Portland, and my coach taps me on my shoulder and he's like, "Hey, Miami's about to offer you here this week." And I was like, whoa. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That had to have been way crazy, especially with the program as historic as that one, right?
You know, it's funny. There's been several Region 10 players this past month or so that have been being reached out to. I know Cyrus Polu with Desert Hills. He went to Notre Dame to visit them, like on campus and stuff, and things like that. So we are really rich in Region 10 when it comes to football, and some of the schools that these are Power 5 schools, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
With a lot of legacy tied to them as
well.
Yes,
So exactly.
Does that ever you know, kind of get to you where you're just like, man, these are big schools, or are you just kind of like, hey, let's just soak it in while I can and enjoy the moment? You know, what does that feel like?
Yeah, it's more soak it in and just have fun while the process is going, and just stay humble and keep working.
Now we won't say anything, okay? But where do you lean? Like, do you have a favorite college? Like,
I grew up watching Oregon, but I have not made my decision whatsoever.
Oh yeah, you still got plenty of time.
Yeah.
No, and I understand. Yeah, but Oregon.
That's where I'm from, so that's what we grew up watching. But
they do have the coolest unis.
They do have some really cool uniforms.
They do have some cool unis, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hey, I'm a big Ducks fan, so
Sweet.
I'm not going to complain about that answer one bit. But I mean, Oregon right now they've been a team that has a good turnover of guys going from high school to Oregon to the NFL.
And
right?
there's been some Region 10 players there too with
Panay
Sewell
Sewell who went there
and Noah.
And Noah just barely got picked up by the Bears, I believe.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So they're no strangers, but again, I mean, that's just how it is right now with, I would say with the state of Utah. I feel like Utah's getting a little bigger and better at football.
Definitely.
Are you noticing that as you're playing against guys? You know, I know that you said your 7-on-7's based out of Portland, but are you seeing guys from Utah as competition now at that level that you're already putting yourself at?
Oh yeah, for sure. Cyrus, Palu, Ocean, and Stewart. They're getting a lot of attention too. So I think, and hopefully, guys on my team will start getting looked at too, since a lot of other guys are getting scouts coming to games and stuff. So I think it'll blow up a lot more too.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, the year before you showed up was a big year with a few different guys going to Power 5 schools, right?
Yeah.
So Pine View is no stranger to having some big football talent there. So, what are you looking forward to? You know, regions coming into play this this fall. The state's looking a little different though. We're going back to Region 9. There's going to be a third region fighting for that state championship. When you look at that as a whole of yes, you got to focus on region play, but when the playoffs come, there's even more competition fighting for that trophy. Are you guys, and I know it's a little early because the season hasn't started yet, right? But you personally, do you feel like that extra competition is some good motivation coming into the next football season?
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely, because we've had a tough season last year, but I'm confident in our coaching staff and our players that we'll be fine, and I think we'll do a lot better this year for sure.
Now, correct, was Tyler Brown, was he a senior or is he an underclassman?
Yeah.
So he moved on. And Abe Rosenland?
Yeah, he's a senior too.
And he's a senior too.
Yeah.
So who was the JV QB last year?
So it'll be Levi Shaw was the JV quarterback, and also Adam Moore and Colby Richardson helped a little bit too, but Adam Moore and Levi are fighting for starting spot for
battling
varsity.
For that spot. Yeah. And I'm assuming, do you have some pretty good reps with both of those players? You'd be comfortable with either one of them kind of throwing it to you? Yeah,
because I played with Levi through in 8th grade and 7th grade when I first got here. And, so I think we'll be fine. A lot of chemistry, too.
What's your favorite Region 10 stadium that you like to go to, other than Panther Field Stadium?
I always play good at Pine View home.
Okay.
But I had my best game last year at Desert Hills.
At D Hills, yeah.
I did, and most yards there. But I think I played really good in Hurricane too, though. I like their field too. So Hurricane for sure.
Yeah. Last year we were out at Hurricane, and I'm trying to remember who they're playing against, and it might have been Pine View? Nah, I don't know. I don't
I
remember.
don't know. I wasn't
but
on that call.
they had the lights go out
That was
twice
us.
on
Oh,
us.
that-
Was it you
it was
guys?
us.
Right. I
Yeah.
remember that. I wasn't there, but I remember hearing
that
about
was
it.
an experience, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You
it
probably
was.
have you ever had anything like that happen in a game?
No. Yeah, no, we
Where
were all
the
just,
lights just die on you?
Yeah, we were all just sitting on the benches talking, like trying
Yeah.
to stay stretched out. And
'Cause
I
it
was,
would've
I was
been, like,
wondering what you
black out
guys
there.
did because
Yeah.
I mean it happened twice,
Mhm.
half hour each time. So you guys had a full hour in the middle of the game to just do what, you know? So
Yeah.
I was wondering from the players' side, what were you guys doing during that?
we were just trying to stay warm too, and also just hydrate and just trying to just stay ready for whenever they come back on.
Yeah, because
But-
I'm not gonna lie, from a radio standpoint, trying to cover a half an hour of action with no action was a lot. Was a lot of us just sitting there saying, "Well, I guess we're gonna tune into all the other games going on across the region. We'll let
Yeah.
you know what's going
That's all
on."
you can
Yeah,
really do.
You and Keith were on that call.
Yeah.
I remember getting the word from you guys. I was doing a home game for Desert Hills, and I get a text or whatever, some communication that the lights went out in Hurricane, and I leaned over to the radio crew that was in the other press box over there, and I'm like, yeah, the lights went out at Hurricane. And all of us were like, what? Putting our palms up to the up
Yeah,
in the air. But
it was strange. It was strange, but
For sure.
yeah, those things kind of happen sometimes.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm super excited for what you're doing, and I've been following your journey on Twitter and just watching all these different schools. Kind of say, hey, by the way,
Mhm.
these guys talk to me and are interested. And it's like, man, that is so cool that
Yeah.
we have an athlete right here in our own region here in St. George that's already playing at that level. What do you feel like when you're going up against some of these guys that are even seniors and making their way to college? Do you feel like you are already kind of playing up to their level?
Oh yeah, I think so. But I think there are some underrated guys in our region for sure. But yeah, I think I can play to a pretty high level with a lot of the older guys too. So I'm not struggling with any confidence at all.
Now, are you just sticking to tight end for right now, or do you play in anything else?
So this year will mix me at tight end and slot. So they'll mix it up a little bit.
Okay. No defense, just playing on the offensive side.
Yeah, my dad wants me to, but no, I think I'll just stay to
Play some linebacker or something over there.
DN.
Some DN. Yeah, that'd be a good spot.
Yeah.
You got the size for it. That's for sure.
Yeah. But
now, would you be I read the bio on Michael Mayer, the tight end that just got drafted from Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And one thing that I read about him, because he went to my team, I'm a big Raider fan, and one thing that he does is he likes to block as well. He in fact he seeks out that safety at the next level where he can pancake them.
Yeah.
But he's also got really good hands.
Mhm.
Do you like out that too? Do you like kind of leading your running back out there or whoever it might be and looking for that safety or looking for that corner where you can just lay him on his butt?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, youth, I was just lead blocking everything.
Yeah.
But I think I got really good hands. So right now, just want to work on blocking as well
Mhm.
with Coach Shaw. He was the O-lineman coach last year, but he'll be offensive coordinator this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just working with him, getting blocking down and all the calls and stuff. So yeah,
Got good hands?
yeah, for sure.
Feet?
Yeah.
Legs?
Yeah.
Fast? What's your time? What's your speed?
40.
Yeah.
About 4.8, 4.7.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we had someone in our YouTube chat ask, do you have a number of how many offers you have gotten so far, verbal offers?
Yeah, 10.
You're up to 10.
10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gosh dang, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty
That
good.
is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it's not from JUCOs either. We're talking about Power 5
Hey,
schools, right?
Hey, I don't care.
You don't discredit the JUCO
Yeah.
offers.
Oh, yeah, JUCO.
but
I think anytime you can play at
Any
the
offer
next
is
level,
great.
and you and I have talked about this on our
100%.
show, you play sports at the next level, whether it's a JUCO, a D3, D2, D1. You were a very good high school
Yeah.
play athlete.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, the fact that they're Power 5 schools with such tradition, like Kaden said, Notre Dame, Miami, Georgia,
Yeah.
my goodness.
yeah,
That's
especially
awesome.
schools like Georgia that are out there winning national championships.
Yeah.
Like that's got to be kind of a cool thought, right? So,
But yeah,
what are you looking forward to most this upcoming season?
just want to prove that Pine View's coming back, really, because of the season last
It was
year.
a tough year, huh?
Yeah, but I think definitely just to prove that we're still in it.
How do you deal with that internally? Like you go out, you put your blood and your sweat on the line, you play as hard as you can, and you don't get that W, and maybe not even really compete in the game as far as the score is concerned. How do you deal with that after that on a Friday night at 10:30 at night?
Man, we just go back and just fix what we can, and just try to do whatever we can.
Do you put a lot of pressure on yourself? Like, I should have done this more. I should have done more of this. I should have done that. Do you put more pressure on yourself, or are you like, you know what? I did everything that I could.
I try not to, but sometimes I do get down on myself. But I mean, it's the next game is next Friday, so I mean, just gotta rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Who's a corner in region that you go up against? That's just one of the like a good matchup for you because they're like, man, they're just that good.
Oh, Brooks Esplin, Snow Canyon.
Oh yeah,
he's great.
But yeah, he was tough, man. I had that one good catch on him, but he's tough. I think he should have gotten more attention than he did. But
they had a really good. They had a lot of athletic kids in that secondary.
Snow Canyon was tough.
Snow Canyon did, yeah.
Yeah, they were solid.
Yeah.
They were solid. Man, I love being able to chat with you and get some more ideas about what it's like to be in your shoes right now, because you're in a very unique spot, and I definitely hope you don't take it for granted over the next couple of years, because the offers will continue to roll in, and you're just going to get bigger and stronger, and it's pretty exciting. What in the next few years would you say are your goals?
Gain weight is a big one, but maintaining my speed at the same time. So so just try to. Coaches tell me to just gain it naturally, but just keep working. I think I'll be fine.
We have some more comments on the YouTube line. We've answered them, but this person wanted to know how tall you are.
6'5", basically 6'6". But
still growing?
Hopefully not. I mean, don't want to get like 6'10" and be like a giraffe.
And then also too, same person asked how old you are.
I just turned 16 in April.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. You got a long road ahead of you.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Yeah, you got a lot of football left.
Does Coach Eves ever come after you to play basketball?
Yes, actually, we had to talk about him. With him, I meant.
Yeah.
But I didn't end up playing. But I might come back next year and play. We'll see.
6'5", 6'6". I'd be knocking at your door. I'd be taking your dad out to dinner. Like, hey, how can we get him to come and play some hardcore?
Hey, and there's some good guys coming back next year with Griffin Shepard, Nash Schroeder.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys are some ballers. So you mentioned Adam Moore. He was pretty solid off the bench. So, I think Panthers going to have a good crew next year for basketball.
Yeah,
so.
for sure.
But you know what? There's a different level, though, too, where you're not just some random 6'5", 6'6" kid that's playing football. I mean, there's also 3 years down the road you need to think about as well, where you are getting those offers from those Power 5 schools, and I don't really put all this out there, but you get a torn ACL or you get an Achilles or something like that. That changes things, and so you know what? Don't play basketball. Don't let him play basketball. You focus on football.
Yeah, we'll see. I might.
You don't have to
and
listen
play.
to that guy.
No, dude. You're so good at it, man. I saw your highlights. I remember calling your game. So, anyways, but if I was Coach Eves, I would be knocking. I'd be knocking on your door for sure.
Yeah. Bright road ahead of you.
Yeah.
Brock Harris, thanks for coming in, man, and we appreciate having you here. And we'll be checking in with you over the future years, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me.